What's up, YouTube? You know who it is. It's your boy, Old School Car Fanatic. So, I um I remember I was talking to y'all in one of my last videos. We were gonna elaborate on DUIs, DWIs, and the consequences that come with catching the DUI conviction. Now, for me, I've got 3 DUIs. I am not proud of that. That has affected my life, tremendously. It even made me a felon. You know, never had a felony in my life until I got a DUI, and I'm really ashamed of that. Um, so the first DUI, was a little slap on the wrist type of thing, and I just had to do ASAP, and I had to get the interlock installed. I never did that, and I was still emotionally unstable, and I just wasn't following the rules, and I didn't comply, and I caught a second DUI within 12 months of the first one. And I had my concealment permit, I had my registered firearm. I let the police officer know and all that, but the law had just changed that year. I think it was 2014 or something like that. That if you get caught under the influence, you can lose your gun rights. So at the second DUI, they made me they let me keep my gun rights, but I had to turn in my concealment permit. So I lost my concealment rights. And then, I had to do some time and all that. It was like 180 days, and I had to go for the violation. I had to do 30 days for the first one. I had to dish out lots of money. Then I got my license back after the second one, and this is what happens. This is what happens, right? But each one, you get your license back, and you slowly fall back in the groove. Start going out, mingling with certain people, and you start getting comfortable. You have a drink here, have a drink there, start doing what you used to do slowly. And it'll catch up back to you, man. It'll catch up to you eventually, It's just a matter of time. Thank God that I never wrecked a vehicle and I didn't injure anybody while I was on the highway, on the roads, And when you're under the influence, you are a danger to the public. So, anyway, so I lost the concealment after the second one, and I had to do a little time. Then I got the third one about 5 or 6 years. I had my license for 5 years, man. I had just renewed my license when I caught the DUI. Just renewed them, waiting on them in the mail. So, I actually still my identification says driver's license because I had to forfeit the other one, but I had one coming in the mail already. So by the time I got bonded out, I had a driver's license in the mail, but it still ain't no good, and I am not fucking with the Commonwealth of Virginia. So the third DUI, man, I lost my gun rights and my voter rights, and I obtained a felony. And in Chesterfield, Virginia, I had to pay $600 for being convicted of a felon in their county, and I had to pay fines. Thank God for my job, and I could do work release and all that. I had to pay for all that. The ankle monitor, every day you go to work, you got to pay for being in the program. You got to pay for food. You got to pay people to come pick you up. It's very expensive. Thankfully, I had money to pay everything, by the grace of God. I can only thank God. I had the money, and I just paid it all while I was in work release. I just paid everything. Before I was released, I didn't owe them nothing. I was fortunate, very fortunate. So now, after the third DUI, because you catch them within 5 or within 10, it's certain stipulations, right? They suspended my license indefinitely with the small loophole that I comply with probation, no dirty urines, no positive drug screenings or alcohol screenings, complete probation, and don't get convicted of anything. They sent me a letter in the mail in DMV that said I couldn't ride a lawnmower down the street. If I got caught driving a lawnmower, there was a felony. So if I get in the car and drive on the highway right now after being convicted of the third DUI, and I get caught driving, it's a felony, and I'm automatically going to jail, and probably going to pull the rest of the time over your head. Now you can do anywhere from a year to 5 years on the third DUI. I was fortunate enough to do 90 days, the minimum. And the judge, I had a bunch of people going in front of me, and they all violated. The judge told me not to come back before her, and I knew she wasn't playing because I seen what she did to everybody else before me. Long story short, man, I'm gonna be able to obtain my license after 3 years, so I have to carry a restricted for 2 years. I have to petition the court, enroll in ASAP. I have to get the interlock. I have to carry the restricted for 2 years, and then I might be eligible to get my regular license back. It's been a whole lot, man. It's affected me emotionally and mentally. It's just, it's just a lot, man. People don't think it's that big of a deal, but it's getting worse and worse. And you need to pay attention to your laws. They come out every July 1st of every year, and they get stricter and stricter. Okay, now the legalization of marijuana in some states, now they are making marijuana a DUI along with other drugs, which they always been, but now they are really enforcing it as they should. It's not a game. People, please educate yourself, man, and understand that you are a danger to the public. I didn't understand it, man. I didn't take it serious, man. And a lot of people don't take it serious until you wake up from being drunk and now you got an involuntary manslaughter charge. You murdered somebody drunk behind the wheel. Now you're going to pull probably about 10 to 15, depending on the situation. It's very serious. This is not a game. This can happen to anybody. So I encourage you to learn about the DUI laws in your states and the laws that are changing, and make yourself aware of what's going on. This is not a game. It's not a joke. If you want to have your license and stay a free person, I advise you to learn the laws and protect somebody else's life, man. I know a lot of people, we ain't worrying about the people that ain't going to agree with this or what they got to say. I'm trying to help somebody that wants to be aware and somebody that doesn't know. We need to put this out there. More people need to be aware of it, man. There's consequences for your actions on the road. It's all fun and games till somebody gets hurt or till you get that DUI and now you're in jail. Don't drink and drive. Don't drive high. You're in danger to the public. Please go hit that like and subscribe. Old School Car Fanatic. Peace.